As you tune into this adventure of bull riders only Wrangler style, we find unknown Chad Brennan starting the final round with an impressive score of 81. Johnny Chavez, injured most of the spring, didn't help his recovery process with mo money. He rang his bell for a 10-count knockout. The second-generation flash from Utah, J.C. Sanders, young and strong, and continuing his aggressive approach to covering his draw, popped him, and I mean popped him, for an 87 to take the final round lead. But Bears Swahili and Myron Duhart, this is the young champion from Hawaii. He shook the sand out of his shorts and was ready to ride and slide past that effort, knocking him down for a big 90-point ride. DDW Drew Trustbreaker, which by comparison was rather lackluster, leaving Duhart a first-time winner. Hang on, everybody. It's bull riding crunch time now on Prime across the world. It's the Wrangler Bull Riders Only series. It's brought to you by Original Coors Beer and by Roper Apparel, the greatest looking shirt you'll ever wear. Howdy, everybody, and welcome to Wrangler Bull Riders Only in the city by the bay, San Francisco. This is our second opportunity on the Bull Riders Tour for 1995 to be in this beautiful city. And I want to talk to you about bull riding, but I want to talk to you about the changing of the guard. I'm always talking about the blood and guts and the slam jam and the crash and the kill. But we are on the edge of bringing you a whole new generation of the world's toughest young athletes. And I say that because bull riding today is the world's #1 roughest and killer sport. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about cowboys, they've got to come from somewhere. And the business that we take care of is taken care of by the guy next to me. The cowboys, they come out of the woods. Shaw Sullivan comes from Denver, Colorado. The CEO of Bull Riders Only, a bull rider, but an executive. And as I look at you tonight, I want to talk about these boys. There's new kids coming. There's new kids on the block. The changing of the guard is here. And there's some kids that can ride the socks off a gorilla.
Well, talk about some kids coming out of the woodwork that can ride. You're talking about J.C. Woodward. You're talking about J.C. Sanders. There's some great cowboys. Two notable no-shows this evening. Terry Don West, who leads the PRCA standings currently, has injured himself at a PRCA rodeo and won't be able to ride here. And, of course, Terry Don leads the Tough Enough standings for Bull Riders Only. He's also second in the regular standings. That makes it a lot easier on the other guys. And, of course, we saw the wreck at the beginning of the show of Johnny Chavez. And
a knockout, a kill-out, a slam dunk.
Right, and although his head took what looked to be the worst of the beating, it's his shoulder that has kept him out since then. We won't see him till Salt Lake. I'm kind of looking for Myron Duhart, and I'll tell you who I got my eye on, Buddy Golden, a guy that we haven't seen a lot rodeoing over the last couple of years. He's going to start out in the early rounds, but he rides good, and I wouldn't count him out.
Well, he's here with his wife. His 7-month daughter stayed home. She said, I need the money. It's time to go shopping, and I want the money. When a wife tells a guy that, for 8 seconds, I think he's going to do it. We talk about the guru, Gary LeFew, my world champion, my partner in crime on television. I've talked a lot about what you know about bull riding, and nobody teaches any more kids in the world than this man at his school in Southern California and all over the country. But let's not talk about kids now. He's bragging on the talent. Let's talk about the burger, because they got a pen of bad boys here tonight.
No doubt about it. You know, one thing controls bull riding, and it's the rank stock. The conditions are the best they are all year. The ground here is so good. These bulls last night were firing like I've never seen them fire. They were throwing guys out of there like you cannot believe. We got Grasshopper, the great bull of the year. Yep. Got Dogface, maybe some people think the rankest bull in rodeo. And then just a bunch of other superstars that go right along with them. The cowboys that get the whistle tonight are going to earn it, because this is probably maybe the toughest the bulls will buck all year.
All right, you think you're ready? You better get ready and buckle down. Let's take a look at the top 5. J.C. Sanders. Here's one of the picks of the night. Utah's #1 at $26,000. Terry Don West not here. Johnny Chavez not here. Myron Duhart, the young man from Hawaii that's making his way across the world. And J.C. Woodard, hang on to your shorts for Oklahoma. At $13,000, he could be $23,000. While this is all happening to you, don't anybody move. We're ready to ride 8 seconds at a time. We're at the Cow Palace, and you need to stay with us right here. Welcome back, everybody. I'm talking about the Cow Palace. Bob Tallman saying, welcome to San Francisco, California. I want to talk about the first round highlights where history was made. This is the East Bay, Livermore, California's Justin Andrade. Stuck it on one, and I mean the bull did give him a try at 85 points. That's the Indian Outlaw from Dan Russell. What a great match. Gary Richards out of South Texas in a little town called Houston jumped in for an 83. Rounded around to the left, he owned him. I mean, the crowd does love it in San Francisco. This guy not only rides good, but he is a hot dog, and I mean it literally. Yahoo, buckaroo! Take it to him, Texas. Marty Stanheart, an all-time California favorite, many times national finals qualifier. Not only sits in a sweet spot, but put it on his half-blood primer for 80 points. On the original Coors scoreboard, the second-round qualifiers with Justin Andrade coming back in Bear Swahila. Jeff Cathcart, dial 9, 111. Buddy Golden in the cricket, they'll do some croaking. And Bo Lindley's got a handful with the spinner. Judd Mortensen, a little grumpy, number 27 from Dan Russell. Gary Richards and the Curly Wolf out of the Northwest of the Big Bend. Wango Tango's going to give Marty Stanheart all that he wants on a Saturday night. And Katie did what Katie does best, drew Justin Young. Byron Duarte, the all-time great Hawaiian. Skull Time. Wow, that's going to be good watching. It's out of Bernie, Texas with Dax Lackey and a piece of popcorn. The reserve world champion Scott Mendes in Wesbank. The Okie, Donald Owens. The gentleman Drew Purdy Boy. J.C. Sanders and Butterfly. Oh boy, this is going to be good watching. Tony Stoddard, he ain't a playboy, but the one he's getting on is. Shane Thurston, the Ranch Boy, and Knothead, Irvin Williams and Droopy. J.C. Wooders and E. coli. Jimmy Young, brother to Dustin, the California Gold Bull. On the left-hand side, they call him Hollywood, the Chippendale dancer, Don Yates, and Marty Martak. New to the system, but I guarantee you, talented. The Counselor, an attorney from Sacramento and a bull rider, Troy Elliman. Billy Pacheco, one of California's all-time greats. Nice to have him in position. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Sampson, my hero and yours, has a choice.
Sampson here with Charlie's Choice. For Cowboy, my choice has to be Scott Mendes. He's an in-house favorite. He's riding hot, and he's already won a Bull Riders Only event. But the choice I'm looking at is J.C. Sanders. He's sitting number one in the Bull Riders Only Tour, and he's sitting number one in the $1 Million Triple Crown. But for Bull, has to be K9. 14-0 Bull Riders Only Tour. I think he's the bull to draw. But if I was one of the riders, I would want 12-20. More money. He's a great riding bull. If a guy ride that bull, more money they get in their pockets.
More money in your pockets, and that comes from the champ. And let's quote him. We're at the Cow Palace, and we'll be back to try this second round of Hammerheads. Don't anybody move. It's Wrangler. Bull Riders Only from the city by the bay. Welcome back, everybody. Bob Tallman, Shaw Sullivan, and Gary LaFew telling you that we're taking our families to the Delta Center on the 26th day of August, 1995 in the beautiful city of Salt Lake. Give us a call at 801-462-5996 or call us at 800-888-TICS. You need to be there. The Delta Center. I guarantee you, you're going to love it. What a great city and what a great success we've had. I'm talking about the second leg of Bros Triple Crown comes to the Delta Center at Salt Lake City, and Utah favorites J.C. Sanders is going to take his shot at the $1 million of the 26th day of Saturday night.
Here it is.
The all-pro faithful take the plane, train, drive, boat, and you won't want to miss it. Give us a ticket call, will you? It's 1-800-888-TIXX. Now, let's rock and roll and ride some. The Cow Palace says come alive on a Saturday night. In the city of the mind, Shane Thurston, the ranchman. Here's an everyday rancher, a cowboy, and a honey of a kid to try to win some money. This is the bull they call Knothead. I call them all Hammerheads. A18 from the Dan Russell Western Rodeo Company.
Well, you know by that A on the front of the number is one of those Nacarado bulls, and he's got some bulls and bucks.
What a comeback!
Look at him cry! Look at him cry!
Boy, that's get on the rumble feet and hustle now, isn't it? I don't know whether they made it, but he got to get an A for effort there.
Put a little hump in your up, boys, and I mean he humped up and kept reaching and trying. Watch that right foot, Gary. He knows his butt's in the wrong place, and he's trying to get it up.
Oh, made one heck of a recovery. Got right back on his rope here, and then that bull sucked him right back there again.
Well, I hate to say it, but our judges are carrying the watch, and they say 6.6. He was in trouble and out of there. He didn't make it for the full 8. Two judges marking him on the 1 to 25 on how they ride, and the 1 to 25 on how the bull is going to buck. So the higher they jump, the better they buck, the better you ride, the more points you're going to get. No score, 6.6 seconds. Do it again. Dustin Young is on the ground. Blackfoot, Idaho's one of two brothers that ride so good. Katie did what Katie does best, and we bucked another one down from Dan Russell. Put a J with a U and a double D for Mortensen. Young Judd, number 27 from Dan Russell. The little tippy-toe walk on your front foot, Bremer cross, banana horn, bad acting cat if you ride him and he has a good day. This is a young man who's qualified after the first round and into the second round. Good boys, kitty cat.
You'd have thought that bull would have fit him because I'm going to re-nickname this kid Judd the Junk Rider.
Oh,
he had another junky one.
He's had every hop, skip, and some buck in the business now. And that bull just was, there again, ill timing, and timing is everything. Riding bulls is rhythm and balance, and if you get out of time, you know, it's all over, and he had one that just didn't have any timing to him.
As the Bull Riders only gate comes open, J.C. Sanders, a man in the lead for the Triple Crown. Here it is. Utah got him a handful. No. Oh, no, boys. Gary, what a great start. That little bull was doing everything that he wanted to do. He got his butt off center, and he had to reach.
He made some incredible get back moves, got back in the middle, got out of shape, got back in there. But that bull, you got to hand it to him. That bull was a handful. When you throw J.C. Sanders off.
That was the butterfly of Russell's, and that bull's only been ridden one now out of 7 trips. And you're right, he'll test the guy for sure. And I thought J.C. might get him ridden here because he was handling most of the little mix-ups and mess-ups that bull was putting him through. Just didn't have enough in him there.
Boys, there are no idiosyncrasies in that bull. That cat just bucked, and that kid tried him, and the bull just bucked him all fair and square. But you got to give the boy credit. He tried every trick he knows.
I'll tell you what, not only is Charlie high on him and Gary's high on him, but I'm high on him as well. I think this kid can ride, and I hope that he wins that $1 million. And I'm looking forward to seeing Salt Lake. Boy, that's going to be a pressure cooker. Boy, I'd love to see that money be paid out.
I don't know how you pop your corn, but the kid from Texas wants to make it for 8 seconds at about 85 points. Dax Lackey, a hot shot out of high school into college, a graduate down, a working cowboy for the FBI. What can we do with a professional man who's come to San Francisco to try his hand?
Popcorn's bull we haven't seen a whole lot of. He looked pretty even and pretty good last time we saw him. They were 81 points on him. He's got one up, one down. Dax.
Somebody ought to slap this kid right now. He's way too lax right there. Lax is Dax, Dax is down. You've got to make this kid mad. Jerk him around. He's a pretty boy. The boy can ride, but if you jerk his chin right now, reach in there, spit in his eye, make him mad, he'd kick the snot out of this bull.
Well, I don't know. He might anyway.
Well,
come on, Dax.
As they say about this bull, you don't want to make a bobble on him, or he's going to throw you off. So this bull's a handful.
Pop your bobble.
But he's got good timing. He's got good timing usually.
His kid ought to be in Hollywood. He's one of the Tom Sellecks of the rodeo industry and the bull riders only. Not serious. He's a mighty nice young man. Comes from a great family. The boy can ride, but he's so lax and he's so nice and he's such a gentleman. You got to be a little bit street fighter. You got to be dirty. You got to be hungry. You got to try that.
Going to fit that.
Right sharp, right real sharp. I think he might have made the whistle. He was riding real sharp, changing those holes. He might have got a little lazy towards the end as that bull went towards the chute, and he thought he was supposed to make the whistle, but I thought he was riding pretty sharp overall.
83 points worth of sharpness. I'm not going to take back what I said because I want this kid to be a champion. I want him to try harder. And he's just so cool. It just upsets me.
But doesn't he kind of remind you in his demeanor of somebody like Denny Flynn?
Yes.
You know, real calm, cool, and collected. And Denny didn't really have a problem getting in the winner's circle.
No, Denny didn't. No, Denny didn't. And Denny's still in my winner's circle. Well, with an 83, that'll put us out there where we need to be. That'll make him mad. He'll ride better in the next round when he gets to that third qualifying shot for $10,000.
Especially when he gets his shoulder put back into place.
Yeah, he's been a $10,000 winner. Let's talk about a man who knows how to win. Buddy Golden. Been so close so many times, I mean, he can smell soot in the chimney. However, got to get your head in the clouds tonight, but he qualified with one of the three-way ties with a 75 out of the first round, right at the bottom of the pack. $20,000 won. He's better than a half at 65.5, 70%. Let's do something. Buddy Golden, El Dorado Hills, California. Top 15 qualifier. There's a lot to this man, but he's getting over quicker.
He's got a handful here, and he's into his hand. It don't look good for Buddy. Out.
You know, we saw him in the first round do that same same thing. You know, he's pretty much into his hand the whole time. And, you know, the bull buck's a little bit harder than when he had the first round, jumped out there like that.
Boy, that hurt.
Hard to puff.
Dr. Skip Ross, our trauma surgeon from Cheyenne. Take a good look at him. Ladies and gentlemen, into your hand, out of your hand. Your hand is down, and so is his bottom. That's the way it is so far in the second round. You're watching some of America's greatest, not only in bull riders or bull riders only, but undoubtedly some of the greatest bulls of the West Coast. This is the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series at the Cow Palace, and we'll be back with more of this second round in a moment. Well, the Featherlight Fact is brought to you by Featherlight Trailers at Caldwell, Idaho. And Bull Riders Only does not use an average to determine the winner. Instead, the highest score in the last round is the winner. 89% of the time, the highest score in the final round is also the average winner. That's not simple. That is a fact. And we wanted you to know this. It's a Featherlight Fact.
When you've lost all of your marbles, then...
Hey, take a look at this. We've got some celebrities in the crowd tonight. Jay Buhner from the Mariners, Todd Van Poppel of the A's, Jason Giambi, Norm Carlton, Rick Honeycutt, Tim Rosenbaum. OD is right there with him. There's a part of our management team. I'm worried about OD up front, and I'm worried about Tim Rosenbaum. Everybody's trying to convince me that he's a quarterback. I said, this guy doesn't look like a football player. Tim and family, nice to have them all here tonight. Big guys with the Mariners and the A's. They've been playing baseball across the bay today. They're back. We're back, too, riding bulls. Bo Lindley, my man, spinner of the bull, Derek.
Oh, the meanest bull in rodeo right here. This zone, Buck. You better get out of there. He will eat your lunch.
Good boy.
And he's quickly developed a reputation amongst the Cowboys that they don't want no part of it. 43 spinner. He bucks most of the guys that get on him off. I think his record's 8-2, so... And now he just increased it to 9-2.
And a lot of it's psychological. They know this bull hooks so bad before they nod their head. You know, there's something in the back of their head that, boy, if I get Lee Smith out of shape, I'm getting out of there because I'm going to get hooked.
It's called preservation.
Well, it's about time to tie another talented young man. Brother Dustin a minute ago on the ground from Blackfoot, Idaho. This is Brother Jimmy. Jimmy Young, California Gold, number 101 from Dan Russell.
You know, earlier in the year, we talked about how ranked these bulls of Dan Russell have been, and they're proving it again tonight.
Yes, sirree, bow! The man wants to try. Did he get off too quick, or did he make it?
I'm not sure. It looked like he wasn't no reason to get off. He just got off.
I don't count very good, but it looks to me like he got off too soon.
Way too soon. He's over there talking to Ed Dugan about it. I think Dugan can count to 8. I'm not worried about that.
7.0 seconds for that guy.
Well, he had the... He knew he was having to dance, and he wanted to go to it. Thought he might be late.
Well, the girls are ready for the dance, but he's not going to make it. Not with a 7-second ride.
For being here.
Ease me in here, boys, and I want to hear a good close-up look at this guy. He is a champion from California, the little town of Sanger down by Clovis and Fresno. Marty Stanheart. Wango Tango out of the Northwest with the Big Ben Rodeo Company of Sonny Riley and Donnie Hutzel under the direction of Mike Corey tonight. K14, that's close to K9.
Well, named after the Detroit Destroyer, Ted Nugent. It's time to change things around. You know, we bucked 8 bulls for Russell there our first 8, and they only rode 1. And that's the way it's been going all season. Danny Russell has an explosive pen of bulls. Lion 5's got a great pen of bulls, too, but they seem to get ridden a little more often, maybe Marty.
Thank
This
God,
bull
somebody's got to
can't.
win the money. Good here. Red Ted, come around. K14.
Marty, go! Somebody in the short round here. Oh, I hope he made it.
I hope he made it, too. We need somebody to run for $10,000.
I think he did. I think he got that one by. He seemed to be in pretty good control. He was just wondering where that whistle was coming from because he was having to work too hard.
Well, the fans are happy there in California, and their man's going to be in the money. They are going to mark him. Standard is in there with an 80-point ride, 83 and an 80 now. Either going to be 80 or nothing in this second round, but I'm not too concerned of how many they're going to ride. If we only go to the short round with 5, that's fine. Your comment a minute ago about Dan Russell's unridables and all the ridables of the Northwest, if it wasn't for some of them flying 5s, we might not have a qualified round.
Well, there's no question about it. And there's bulls come in all different shapes and sizes, and there are those ranked bulls that are hard to get by. And a couple years ago, probably David Bailey had that kind of pin of bulls.
You bet.
And now, you know, Danny Russell seems to have that kind of pin of bulls. We're back here with a beautiful crowd here in San Francisco at the Cow Palace. We're looking forward to coming back one more time.
Well, I'll tell you what, there is the logo of one of the greatest rodeos and greatest cities in the world, the Cheyenne Frontier Days in Cheyenne, Wyoming, 99 years old, 100 years old in 1996. And here is one of the greatest young athletes in the rodeo business today. This is Justin Andrade. Right across the bay in Livermore, Bears Florida. Out of the Northwest, Mike Corey says, going to give the little red pin a shot.
Named after a river there. He's going to get tested right here. Bearswell-Willa is what we saw Tacoma being won on by Myron Dwart.
Oh, Justin.
Well, Myron got him for $10,000. Tonight, the Bear gets Justin for nothing.
Well, the difference in tonight in Tacoma is that bull reversed directions tonight, and that makes them doubly hard to ride, especially when they have that drop like that bull has.
7.7 tenths of a second. 7.78 right to the 100th. That's awfully close to 8 seconds, but the judges are not going to let them slide. This is not a 4-H contest. When you get in here with the big boys for the big bucks, you've got to ride them for the 8+.
Well, one thing about it, Justin Andrade is a future superstar, and he's going to be there.
Bet he is. He is something else. A wonderful young man with a great attitude. Worked about 3 or 4 different events. He can do anything he wants to do. Okay, Butch, it's time to butcher. Dial 911. We need an emergency. 90 score. Might as well make it about an 84. That'll take him to the lead. Jeff Cathcart. Let's try it again. Dan Russell's 911. Now, what do you want to do on this one? You're going to tell me that this is another Dan Russell unrideable, and you know that I'm a Dan Russell fan.
Well, you know, I don't know the bull real well. I saw him go in the preliminary round, and I saw him buck real hard. Boy, he looked like he was a handful. I tell you.
He's a handful. Bush better suck down because this bull doesn't have much timing, and he was a handful last night.
He is tonight, boys. You talk about a turn to the right, fade back to the left. You see him jump in the air and jump sideways.
You know, a lot of these cowboys read the playbook on the bulls and try to figure out what they're going to do. I think this bull right here read the playbook on Butch.
Yeah.
He said, doesn't ride as good away from his hand, because he started to go into his hand and said, forget it.
Good comment, Cowboy. You know you've been there. Reserve champion of the world from over the Sierra Mountains in Reno. Let's get your bang for your buck with the whiz bang. Scotty Mendez, California born and raised. His uncle, his daddy, second generation champion. They used to ride him. They call them the Riding Mendes boys from down the Central Valley. The kid can't ride, but the bull can buck. Let's see what he can do.
One of Charlie's choices right here. Scott Mendez, whiz bang's been out one trip, bull riders only. He's ridden for 81 points. And I'll tell you what, if you're a bull, you better cock your hammer if you want to get Scott Mendez on the ground.
Big kid, tough to throw off, Gary.
And he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants some of this San Francisco money. He is the champion here at the Grand National in October last year, so he fits this arena real well.
Come on, Scotty, let's see what you can do. This is your city. It's your country to make it work in. Old Bull, now he pulled his rope in. That made that Bull mad. He's trying to lean to the inside and crush him. You see him pushing across right here. Get him out to the gate. Scott nodded his head. He said, let's try him, boys. Time to dance. I hear the music. No!
Not there.
That's not something you see normally happening to this big 6'4" bull riding champion. Scott Mendes is on the ground. We're in the Cow Palace. We've got more to go on Bull Riders Only. As we talk about the Cow Palace, remember, between the 27th day of October and the 5th of November coming up this fall.
If we can get a stop action when he comes up here. He's a little too far inside. Okay, come on up, come on up, come on up, come on up. Right here, see how he's rocked back? He's leaned back. You got to be back over that front end. And as he slides back, he slides all the way to the flank. And then when that kick comes, it just blows him out of there.
Lots of rip. That'll break your chip. Nothing to put it in. With an 83 to the lead, Dax Lackey and Texas, California's Marty winning second. We'll be back in a minute. We're talking about the 9th day of September in Anaheim, California. Want you to be thinking about it. Hey, folks, be with us. We love it there. As we say once again, Bro is on the road to Southern California and Anaheim, the Pond. We're 90211 stars. Luke Perry got on a bull. Terry Don West rode the Little Fugitive for 93 points. And if you thought it was exciting then, woo-wang, hang on. Call us at 714-740-2000. We'll see if we can get Luke the Nuke to ride another one. Terry Don West back for 10,000. Right now, it's the king of the Okies, Donald Owens. Now, Charlie Sampson has his choice. But Pretty Boy and this Okie need a shot. This kid, he's win about $8,000 in the last many days. Different rodeos and bull rides. Do it tonight, do it tonight. Sit up. Yes, we do. Yeah, never do. The Okies taking his Hollywood shot. I love him, I love him, I love him. What a kid.
I tell you what, there's something that's got to be said for confidence. You come like winning $8,000 like you were describing. He came in here knowing he can get it done. He took that hat off to show everybody else he had it done.
Yes, he did. I wouldn't want him to marry my daughter, but I love to have him over for dinner. He is fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, he must have married a pretty woman because he showed me pictures of his kids.
Oh, yes.
They are gorgeous.
He thought he had a horn in the face right there. A pair of sevens. He's going to qualify. A pair of sevens. And don't count him out. He's Bob's choice for the night. If you make him mad, the Okie will ride in that third round.
Well, I hope so. He's got a lot of showmanship.
Oh, the crowd's not liking that 77.
Now, I'm going to judge that. I only give him about a 7 on fanning that bull, because when he was fanning that bull, he needs to get a little bit tighter grip on that hat.
Everybody's got an opinion, you know. They're like elbows. You ought to have a couple of them in life.
I want a pin. I want to diagram that.
Okay. Jerk out the grease pencil. Let's do a little groupie with Urban Williams. The T is not from Texas. It's Tulsa. Come on. Here's another late break. Come to the 1990s. Urban Williams has done it all.
Come on, Urban, you're the king of the first round.
Come on. That's what he said. Doggone it.
Boy, I think he loosened up a little soon on that bull. I think he kind of thought he had him handled. He thought, well, I'll choke him a little bit. Took his speed out of him, and he got left in the sand. Got left at the 7-11.
No score, partner. Sorry, bud. 7-5.
The country right here to the
Antonio, it's time to get some money. Tony Stoddard from LaGrange, Wyoming. The happy-go-lucky kid. Every time we need some help, he's around. This kid ought to be a politician or something. Very well educated, but a fine young man. And just the kind of guy you like to be around. He's good for everybody. But he's got his hands full in this second round.
Oh, I watched this Rebel Bucket swing at this. He's so quick.
Yeah, God, sit up, fellas. Look at him, too late. He didn't have any chance to catch up there.
No, that bull got that hop skip, set him up, and then did come around.
Flat on his butt, split him back, jerked the rope out of his hand, let him down all in one motion, Gary.
Used that hop skip like a good fighter uses a jab, didn't he?
You know, and another thing here, they've bucked so many guys off in this second round. It's got the psychological advantage in the bull's corner because these bulls have just been slam dunking everybody. So you get on, you got 4, 5, 6 guys throwed off in a row. It's harder on you mentally to get up.
J.C. Woodward.
Well, boys, we are not in Hollywood, but Hollywood's a part of our lives. And, folks, I want you to do me a favor. Be sure to drop by your local video store and take home a copy of the hot new video. We call it Frank and Jesse, Real Outlaws, Real Heroes, starring Rob Lowe, Billy Paxton, and country music sensation Randy Travis. It's a part of our life, and it needs to be a part of yours. Okay, JC, let's get your stuff together, my buckaroo buddy. Little bubble butt, try to keep it in the middle. This kid is built on, short, blonde, cute, and just built like bubbles everywhere. E. coli, something you don't want to carry, you want to ride him.
I'm not sure you want to get on him and ride him either. He's kind of a handful.
Jace will handle him. What an attitude. This kid's got $1 million smile, and I think he sleeps with it.
Well, it's absolutely a handful he's getting on here. We saw Terry Don West ride this bull, I believe, in Casper last time, 83 points. But he ain't real smooth. He's a handful.
Well, neither is the disease. Look at here. Oh, yeah. Man, oh, man. Pitched him out of there like a dirty shirt in the corner.
Looked like the wild red man there, the way he come out of there, didn't he?
Got him humped up on his knees, just blew his feet out of there. Now, he only stands about 4'9.5" inches. Hard to get your feet down in this bull when you're as short as he is. Look at that bull slime him and come around to the left.
Kind of cut that corner a little bit, didn't he?
Oh. That was a vicious bull.
Did he give him a good try, Gary? Do you figure he really tried him?
He gave him a good try, but that bull was vicious. You got to hand it to him. That was a wicked move he put on him.
My Lord.
And then dusted him down in the process. That bull come with artillery here. He patted himself down with dust to throw in his face, blind him, and then slid him back while he was blinded.
Whoa, look at him rip that rope out of his hand. Well, he's a nice kid. He gave him a good try, and that bull is a bad bugger. BB.
Look at the dust in his eyes. Oh.
Excuse me?
What'd he say?
I read his lips.
He said, doggone it.
Doggone it. No,
That's just how they pronounce it.
It was a single syllable word.
Or was it shut? Could have been shut.
Let's go now to Gary Richards, South Texas, the little town called Houston. It's a suburb down there. Ladies and gentlemen, what this man has done with us in the past, and what he's got to do with Curly Wolf here tonight. Gary Richards used to come and be in the first round. We qualified him on enough to get him as a seeded cowboy. But Gary Richards, I said earlier, in 92, 3, and 4 was stronger in bull riders only than he has in 95. He went to more bull ridings. But the consistency of the buck-off ratio, and Shaw, you made a good comment. There's guys that can go to 100 rodeos a year and maybe ride 70% of them. But when you come to bull riders only and get on the quality and the caliber of bull, and being a 40% ride ratio qualifier is not bad, and he's in that category.
It's a whole new ball game when everything that runs underneath you is ranked.
Oh, yeah. He got by it, Gary. He got by the corner. He got by the corner. Oh, and he fell off on a hop.
He lost his rope.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I think he lost his rope. He didn't have nothing in his hand, and maybe getting around that corner, rocking you into your hand a little bit. That'll have a tendency to jerk that rope out.
And when it runs you up, now watch this bull kick and blow him up over that hand. And when you go that far over that hand,
and made it.
Yes.
Now watch him.
There ain't no way that bull's supposed to bug him off now.
No way. This bull hops. When he pulled the rope out of his hand, it might have happened in a jump or two ahead of time. He's riding him. See right there? See how much slack he's got in his rope? He's got 6 inches between his hand and the back of that bull.
He was giving an awful lot back there when he was pulling the rope on that bull. Running back and then kicked right there. And look, he went right on over the top.
He had no place to go. Let's take another look at it. Our producers, Ole Vacha, said we got a little time. Take a quick one. Now, Gary, how much G-force can a man stand in that first turn?
Well, we always talk about sliding back. Now, look how far he slides back here.
Look at him jump
into
up.
a post, but he doesn't turn loose of it. It turns loose of it a little too late. And as he gets back here, right back here, see, you hit that flank, and then bap, that flank hits him and jams him right over that front. That's the power of the plunger.
Well, the plunger got him at a 6.3-second ride. He tried him, just ripped the rope out of his hand. Folks, what are you doing for your vacation on Friday and Saturdays? Think about it. August 26th, Salt Lake City, Anaheim, the 9th of September, right after Labor Day. St. Paul, Minnesota, the 16th. Then the 23rd at Wichita, Kansas. We're going to the southeast at Greensboro, North Carolina, just ahead of the 1st of October on September 30th. And then Denver, Colorado, you need to be with us for the Mile High Mashing in our finals. That is the 13th on a Friday night, 14th on a Saturday night. Give us a call at 1-800. Think about it. 836-BULL. Myron Dewar. Hawaii, if you're watching on Prime, this is a man born and raised in our 50th state in the King Can Ride. Rip the pineapple right off the tree.
There is the bull that they have won 3 first place.
This man right here got on the money bull. This is the bull that you can ride and win a check. And when the odds are going against you and the momentum's going against you like tonight, it's just sometimes too much to overcome. He said when he was coming out here, he wasn't going home without a check. And, well, he is going home without a check.
Well, I think we talked about it early in the telecast that the ground is better here than anywhere these bulls buck all year. So that adds to their performance, and that's going to make your buck-off ratio go way up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be California, Texas, and Oklahoma. Only 3 qualified to go into the 3rd round for the $10,000. The Dax Lackey, Marty Stanheart, the hot shot from California, and the Big Okie. He's Hollywood tonight, but Donald Owens from Oklahoma will have a shot at $10,000. You're watching Wranglers Bull Riders Only from San Francisco. We're proud to be in your house. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman along with Shaw Sullivan. You know, opinions are like elbows. Everybody's got a couple of them. And what we'd like to do right now is something we don't always have an opportunity to do because of time factors on network. But we want to talk about bulls and boys. And I'm going to stand up for the boys. Shaw's going to stand up for the bulls. He's a bull rider. He's also the CEO of Bull Riders Only. He's an executive banker. He's a stockbroker, but used to do this. So let's talk about bulls. I want to talk about Dax Lackey and Grasshopper 19, the world champion bull. This is an awesome animal, but he can be rode.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, collectively, these bulls in the final round are 53-6. So, you know, I don't care who's on him and where they're on him. The benefit has got to go to the bulls.
Not always.
But, you know, this bull here is 14-1. The only time Grasshopper's been ridden was by Jerome Davis in Tacoma, Washington, who rode him great for about 6 seconds and then hung to the side, kind of almost hung up for an additional 2 seconds. It's the only time the bull's been ridden. Let me tell you something about Grasshopper. He lulls guys to sleep.
Oh, come on.
This is a bull right here that the guys seem to feel good on him. Every time you ask a cowboy, you say, what'd he feel like? He said he felt good, and then all of a sudden he bucked me off. Well, this bull gets up underneath himself real good. He feels real good, but, you know, just as soon as you set down on him a little bit and try to ride that spin, he'll move ahead on you, and he'll buck you off.
All right, now that's garbage. Don't listen to that lulls boys to sleep. This animal weighs 1,900 pounds. They don't lull nobody to sleep. Dax Lackey was a high school champion coming out of Texas. He's been a college champion. He's a graduate. He works for the FBI, well-educated, pretty boy, ought to be in Hollywood. We've seen him ride some of the rankest bulls in the country. He knows now he's got a shot at becoming somebody in $10,000. Want to talk about Donald Owens for a minute? What about the Okie? He's got dog face, K9. This bull is a killer. But Donald Owens showed us a minute ago when he rode that bull, took his hat off and fanned him. He owned him. He can do anything he wants to do. It's his night. He won about $7,000, $8,000 in the last 8-9 weeks. He knows what he can do, but he needs the money. That's my man, Donald Owens. He's not Charlie's pick, but I'll pick him tonight. Let's see what we can do with him.
Well, I got 3 words for you, 14-0. Dogface is 14-0, and I don't care if you're Tough Hedeman, who got on Dogface, couldn't ride him. If you're Scott Mendez, who was on him twice and couldn't ride him, this bull bucks hard. He's going to leap out there. He's going to go out there 3 or 4 jumps, and he's going to get with it to the right with some big blows. Donald Owens better be cocky on this bull because that's what it's going to take to get him rode. Dogface, day in and day out, doesn't have a bad day. Donald better have a great day, or he ain't going to get behind.
It's going to happen, and ain't's not a word we're going to use. It's can, will, and he has. Before I put my X's and O's on tic-tac-toe, would you like to let your shotgun mouth overload your BB gun butt and tell me what you think this bull can do? Because I got a boy that thinks he can ride him.
Well, this is a bull comes out of Canada from a guy named Joe Bargett, and tic-tac-toe might be the big unknown here. We've only seen the bull twice, bucked very hard both times, but here's a situation where you got a guy that we've seen a lot of. He's not intimidated by anything. We're talking Marty Stanheart here. We're talking the man that rode Mr. T when Mr. T was the baddest hombre on earth.
Are you listening? Are you listening? He's going for my man. See, he couldn't stay with the bull.
That's sick. Marty, I'll tell you what, Marty looked like he was riding real good so far here this evening, and Marty Stanheart, you're just not going to intimidate him. You can buck him off, though.
Okay.
And if this bull gets with the program like we've seen him first 2 times, he's got a shot. But I'm gonna go with Marty on this.
It'll
one.
happen. I'm going to stay with Marty, too. We're in the Cow Palace. It's Marty's home turf. He knows what to do in California, in the city by the bay. He's won it here. I've seen him ride some of the unridables. He brought his beautiful wife tonight, and they'd like to go home with a check for $10,000. That's Bull Riders Only opinion from me, Bob, him, Shaw. Don't take it to the bank. But, ladies and gentlemen, they said rock and roll, and that's just exactly what we're doing. Justin McKee's ready to jack him up in the Cow Palace. I want to talk about the qualifiers right here. It's the Dax. He's not lax, and he's Lackey from Texas. Take it with a 19 in Grasshopper. Let it be the Okie from Oklahoma in Owens. That's Donald in the Dogface. K9, 14-0. Marty Stanheart? Maybe. Could be our pick. Put your X's and O's in the right place, and tic-tac-toe can be yours for $10,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break and catch our breath. Don't go too far. We're ready to ride again. Hang on, everybody.
Boy has a dog fight.
Welcome back, everybody. Bob Tallman, Shaw Sullivan, and Gary LeFew having fun in the Cow Palace. But where you can have fun with those same kind of smiles is the Delta Center. Salt Lake City, Utah.
Are you ready?
It's a Saturday night, the 26th of October. My family and I and you and yours need to be in the same place. Give us a call at 801, that's Salt Lake City, 462-5996, or 800 if you're out of the country, 888-TI-XX, make it Tix. Oh, what a beautiful place. We're talking about J.C. Sanders, second-generation bull rider from West Haven, Utah, is going to be in his own home country. He won the first leg of the $1 million run. He's going to get a shot in his own home country to have a second win. If he can do it again, then we'll take him to Greensboro, North Carolina, the 30th day of September. If he did it there, $1 million. Remember, the man who's going to win $30,000 at the end of the year for the most points regardless. It's K9 Dogface, and the man who's 4 for 6. He's only won 1,400. Marty Stanheart could use a 95 win. Here's the boy. Here's the boy we talked about a minute ago. Now let's see what we can do in riding this bull. Shaw, Gary, come on, boys. Let's get to cheering together.
Well, this bull, I went and talked to Marty during the break here. He says he doesn't know this bull, but the book on him, he's going to come blow out of there to the left and real strong. I told him that's the type of bull that fits you, Marty. Just get over that front end and show you stuff. Because there's $10,000 waiting for you if you can get the whistle.
Let Chevrolet pay the way. Tic-tac-toe is the bull. We corrected that. Marty Stanheart.
Oh, yes!
He owns it!
Marty!
Yes!
Yes!
Absolutely.
Oh, this guy is ageless.
It's what we wanted to happen, and it's working. Marty Bartak and Don Yates right in there to make the same. California's loving it. This could be $10,000, and here you go, boys. 91 points.
What a way to start it off. 91 points, and he had him cinched, locked tight from the get-go, didn't he?
He
knocked
owned
him
him.
out.
No doubt about it. Marty Stanheart, he retired, stayed off the year, come back, and he's riding as good as ever.
He is
back
a
in the top
success
15.
story.
This guy is tough.
He's a success story just walking in here tonight, and it's such a pleasure to have been a part of his life for the last 15 years. Watch him come around the corner. He knew he tapped him and got the meet started right here, Gary.
Oh, you see that front end we talk about? See how he keeps moving up over that hump. Right out, when you get that chest out over that hump, that's where the control area is. Watch the daylight in his butt as he drives that shoulder and
Look at
moves
him
out
lean.
there.
Look at him lean.
No way was he letting that bull get him back into the power zone. He is staying out there where the control was.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether you're a rodeo fan, a bro fan or not, you are watching one of the greatest bull rides in motion. Gary LeFew, the guru, talking about it. Not because he's a world champion, but this man has taken millions of hours to perfect the artistry of teaching how to do it right. That's how you get to be 91 points. For everybody out there that raises Charolais bulls and cross a little Bramer with them, you might not be getting that much for your herd bulls, but this is a $50,000 bucking bull. Donald Owens, the Okie, K9, the dog face. Go on here, boys. Yes.
Oh, he's got him pumped.
Stay with him, Donald.
Oh, I think he got it go.
Love it, I love it, I love it. It's another Chevrolet dog face standing. Yes.
Look at that reaction.
Did he ride it? Did he ride it? They're on their feet in the Cow Palace.
They better give him the score. They're going to choke him if they don't.
Oh, the unrideable bull. And you know what? I think we're going to hear a chorus of boos because he's not going to beat Marty Stanheart.
I don't think you will.
88 boys, 88. The Cow Palace isn't going to like it. 88 points.
Oh.
Look at that great recovery. He
No,
made a move.
but I mean, he cowboy.
Listen to the boos go. You're right. Here's a cowboy who got into his hand, and that confidence wasn't going to let him get off that bull. You know what? He said, I'm supposed to ride him.
Well, he's going to win second if nothing else. He's going to win second if nothing else unless Dax Lackey knocks them both out. There's more than one check in the $10,000. Justin McKee, an absolute marvelous rodeo announcer from Oklahoma who's here with us, has got him tuned up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 out of 3. We've still got a shot to go with the Texan Dax Lackey. It's Wrangler, it's Bull Ride, it's Cow Palace, and it ain't over.
Wow.
Welcome back, everybody. I want to talk to you about September 9th. It's a Saturday night, Anaheim, California, the Pond. You need to be there. 714-740-2000. Maybe we can get Luke Perry and Terry Don West in a special match when we get there, huh? 90210, we'll see if the Luke and the Duke can do it. It's another Chevrolet, and it's a Grasshopper All-Star Bull. 19, the world champion, Dax Lackey, who needs to be a world champion. Come on, boys, cheer him on, help the man. Yes, do it. Goodbye. You can see it coming. You look where you land where you look, and he took a look out there, Gary.
Yeah, he didn't look like he had it on his mind there with Grasshopper. Maybe that hype has just got to him there.
I don't blame him. It's all right. It's forgivable. Well, my statistician
Just
Bob
got a little
Anson,
out
my
of shape.
floor director, said it's possible, but not probable.
Of Patrick O'Donnell.
Just threw him out of there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're watching this Bull Riders Only telecast on Prime Network with a 91 and an 88. The qualifiers and the seeds out of the first round and then come back in the second round. Some of the rankest bulls in all of North America. With an 88 second and a 91 first, Marty Stanheart's California win in his home country is looking good. You're going to meet him right here in a minute.
Going into the final round, the momentum was definitely on the side of the bulls. We only had 3 qualified rides out of 19 in the second round, 3 went into the final round. We had Marty Stanheart getting on Tic Tac Toe, a bull you had never seen before. As we go to the ride, the Roper ride of the night, tell us, what do you feel like?
Well, he felt big and strong, and he jumped out there, and he really clicked my foot and my inside foot, and I just really bailed at him and went to him, you know, and he wanted to drop me in there, and then I'd get out, and he wanted me outside. And I just kept hustling and scrambling and made 8.
Boy, you hustled hard. You rode that bull real well. I'll tell you what, you were telling me before, you kind of hooked yourself with a spur. That's how far that foot got out of shape for a moment. But you put it back down there, and because you put it back down there, and you made such a great bull ride, $10,000, you get the win, another win, long overdue here, and you get a Bull Riders Only, Be Wild, Roper Apparel jacket for the victory. And you can wear that around and tell everybody the coat cost you $10,000.
You bet. I'll be more than happy to tell him.
Another great chapter in the book of the successes of Marty Stanheart, the comeback kid. An odd night at the Cow Palace. The Bulls were different, the Cowboys were different. I felt a little different, but this was a whole different program.
Boy, it was different. You know, when you're bucking all the kids off and then the old master comes along, the oldest guy here, and rides like a kid and gets all the money. I love it.
It's Senior Citizens Night, and that's the way we'd like to have it. Marty Stanheart, I'm proud of you. 12,583. Donald Owens, Dax Lackey, and Justin Andrade. No problem with the checks that they've got. J.C. Sanders stays to the lead, and he's the man we're going to Salt Lake with. Can he do it for $1 million? We'll find out if the second leg's available. Terry, Don, and Johnny, Dax and Myron, congratulations. Hang in there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series has been brought to you by Chevy Truck, the official truck of Pro, and the truck that we proudly drive. By Award Design Metal, the official buckle of the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series. Bull Riders shirts provided by Roper Apparel. Next time out, we'll be in Salt Lake City, Utah at the Delta Center. I want you to join us for the Wrangler Bull Riders Only Series, the one that you, the fan, have made the #1 bull riding show in America. For Gary LeFew and Shaw Sullivan, this is Bob Tallman. You know, we're the guys that put the pro in the bro crunch time.